Hey viewers and friends, Andrew back again, and for this video I've decided to participate in Pharaoh 1990's Movie World Tour Challenge. I think it's an absolutely brilliant idea, mate, and I definitely wanted to participate, and I look forward to uploading videos for the entire 7 weeks that you are running the challenge or video series, whatever you'd like to call it. But absolutely fantastic idea, and being a massive fan of cinema and movies in general, there's some fantastic movies from every country in the world basically, so definitely awesome idea. And guys, if you don't know who Pharaoh 1990 is, or you're not familiar with his Movie World Tour series, please check it out and participate. It's a fantastic idea, so I'll be leaving his channel link in the description box below. So I'm playing a bit of a catch up, and for today I'm talking about some of my favourite movies from UK and Ireland. So we'll start with this amazing British movie right here. This is England. I'm sure any fan of British cinema has seen this, but if you haven't, I'd highly recommend checking it out. Really good. A great look back at the skinhead culture in the 80s. And next up we have About a Boy. This is probably my favourite Hugh Grant movie. I'm not a massive fan of his. It also stars Nicholas Hoult, who played the young boy Marcus, that's right. Brilliant movie. It blends in comedy with drama elements really well, and just an all-round fun British movie. Next is one that probably not many of you will be interested in, but I think it's absolutely brilliant, and that is Get Real. This is a gay coming out story. Centres around 2 high school students, both sort of dealing with their sexuality and trying to come out. One's pretty comfortable with it, and the other, who's fairly popular, he's on sports teams and such, is having a harder time dealing with it. Great cast of characters and a really well done storyline. Next up is another one that I've never really heard too many people talk about. This is a childhood favourite of mine, and it's A Feast at Midnight. This is about a group of students staying at a British boarding school, and basically they form a cooking society, and after lights out they sneak down to the kitchen and cook up some extravagant dishes. Really just a ton of fun, and there's some nice nods to other movies throughout the film, especially Jurassic Park. Next up is definitely one of my favourite sports movies of all time, and it's There's Only One Jimmy Grimble, or Jimmy Grimble. Excellent movie about soccer or football. It centres around a sort of lonely high school student called Jimmy, who loves football. He's pretty good, but when he starts to play on a team around other people, he lacks the confidence until he comes across some old boots in a dumpster that are meant to be magic boots, and once he puts them on and starts playing, he's phenomenal. He's the standout of the team, and yeah, really good. Great performances, especially from the coach, played by Robert Carlyle. But if you haven't checked this one out and you're a fan of soccer or football or sports movies in general, highly recommend this one. Next up is pretty much probably one of the more, or the most popular British movies around at the moment, and that's Shaun of the Dead. Absolutely fantastic. This is probably my favourite British movie. It just blends so many different genres into one just to make it an all-round fantastic movie. Great performances all round. I'm sure everyone's seen it. If you haven't, please check this one out. Next up, I think, is definitely one of the best modern horrors, and a lot of people know about it, but not too many people ever really talk about it. and that's Eden Lake. This is a fantastic British horror movie. It stars Thomas, and I can't really pronounce his last name, Teargoose or Two-Goose, Thomas Two-Goose. He was the main character in This Is England, but this is an absolutely brilliant sort of cat and mouse hunter style horror movie. So if you're a fan of British horror, I'd highly recommend checking this one out. And the last one is an Irish movie, and I think it's definitely a underrated gem, and that is War of the Buttons. I watched this movie so many times growing up, and finally it got a DVD release after the longest time. I picked this one up earlier this year from Amazon, and so glad to finally have it in the collection. This is an amazing movie, and if you haven't checked it out and you're a fan of Irish cinema, I highly recommend doing so. Definitely one of the underrated lost gems of Irish cinema. Basically the storyline centres around two sort of teenage groups of boys from two different neighbouring Irish villages who are at war with each other, and basically whenever an enemy is captured, they destroy their clothing and school uniforms by cutting off their buttons and cutting up their ties and stuff. Just a ton of fun, great performances all round, and definitely one to check out. So that's War of the Buttons. Okay, so that is it for this video. I hope you've enjoyed it, and I hope you guys definitely participate in this challenge and give Pharaoh 1990 some support. So his channel link will be left in the description box below. Yeah, once again, mate, fantastic challenge, and I cannot wait to participate in the other weeks of this series. So thanks a lot for watching.